everyone. Welcome to Live H2C Perspectives on LinkedIn today, where we explore the latest in hospitality technology. My name is Michaela Papmov. I'm founder and MD of H2C. And me and Christine, director at H2C, are thrilled to discuss AI with you today. This session is all about unlocking AI's potential in hospitality. AI and automation are transforming our industry, helping hotels streamline operations, enhance guest experience, and make smarter decisions. But with so much buzz around AI, it's important to understand what's achievable today, what requires investment, and how to get started. In this webinar, we want to go beyond the theory and focus on practical applications, things you can implement right away, whether on your own or with external support. And we are very much excited to have sitegeist as our guest today. Sitegeist is well known for their expertise in digital solutions for the hospitality industry, also for other industries, specializing in website performance, booking engine optimization, and AI-driven guest engagement. So joining us from sitegeist, we have Sven Dietz, CEO, and Holger Meyer, Senior Project Manager online, who will share their insights on how AI can enhance website performance and booking conversion. And before we dive into the session, I would like to hand it over to sitegeist so they can introduce themselves and share a bit more about their work.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, my name is Sven Dietz. I'm the CEO and founder of sitegeist. I have almost 30 years experience in internet solutions, and we started with tourism almost 30 years ago. And now we are at AI, and we try to wake up our clients for the incredible possibilities. And this is my main focus since 2 years here at sitegeist. And yeah, we build up an AI team with experts, and one of our colleagues who's inside this team is Holger.
Yes, hello. My name is Holger Meyer, and I'm a member of the sitegeist AI expert team, and our team is responsible for all the AI magic you will see in the next few minutes.
Okay, great. So before we dive in, here's a quick overview of what we will be covering today. So first, we will start with AI versus automation and discuss what's the difference and why it matters. Next, AI live examples in action. Our guest speakers from sitegeist will showcase AI applications and how to secure competitive advantages today. Then we will move into hotel IT systems and AI. And this section will explore how AI integrates with existing hotel systems, where it adds value, and what you can do yourself versus what requires external development. And we will also look at a case study spotlight, where sitegeist breaks down a real-world example of AI implementation and its impact on hotel operations. And finally, we will wrap up with an interactive Q&A. And this is your chance to ask questions, share thoughts, and discuss how AI and automation can help your business. And please note, we want this session to be an engaging and practical session. So feel free to drop your questions in that chat throughout the webinar, and we will address as many as possible. Okay. So let's dive deeper into AI and automation. AI and automation are reshaping hotel operations, as already discussed, and driving efficiency and innovation. At h2c, our extensive research on hotel technology trends, particularly through the direct booking study from 2024, highlights the growing impact of AI. Our global studies focus exclusively on hotel chains and are sponsored by leading tech vendors to ensure everybody stays informed about industry trends. And by the way, we will be kicking off a study around AI and automation soon, and the study results will be available around October this year. Coming back to our 2024 study, AI adoption continues to accelerate, with hotel chains increasingly leveraging it for process optimization, recommendation engines, and chatbot-driven guest interactions. Meanwhile, robotic process automation, RPA, has seen a decline under the category of arising innovation areas. This shift is likely driven by advancements in AI and growing focus on other emerging technologies. However, RPA remains a valuable tool for automating repetitive, rules-based tasks, helping hotels streamline operations and reduce manual workload. Understanding the difference between AI and RPA is key to making informed technology investments, and Christine will now take you through this in more detail.
Exactly. Okay. So, yeah, we wanted to start out by just clarifying the difference between when we talk about AI and automation, because those two terms are often used interchangeably, but actually sometimes serve different purposes. So, automation is all about efficiency, consistency, and reliability. So, it follows predefined rules to execute task accurately and quickly, but doesn't really learn or adapt as we go forward. So this makes it very ideal for repetitive processes like automating rate loading processes, for example. So a key example for automation is the robotic process automation, like Michaela mentioned, RPA. So RPA handles rules-based repetitive tasks, and it operates strictly within programmed instructions. So it doesn't think or improve over time. AI, on the other hand, goes beyond automation by actually learning and adapting and predicting. So instead of just following rules, AI analyzes data, recognizes patterns, and makes decisions based on context. It continuously improves with experience and makes it very valuable in the areas of personalization, forecasting, and optimization. And now looking deeper into AI, we just want to clarify the differences between the terms AI assistants and AI agents, probably terms you've heard used in the past quite a lot. So AI assistants are reactive, meaning they perform tasks only when they are requested. So think like chatbots that answer guest inquiries whenever they come in. AI agents, on the other hand, are proactive. So they work autonomously toward a goal, making decisions and taking actions based on the situation. So, for example, an AI-driven revenue management system continuously monitors demand and adjusts pricing automatically. So both automation and AI are essential in hospitality operations. Automation streamlines routine processes, while AI enables smart decision-making. So let's just talk a bit about some more specific examples. So automation is all about reducing manual workloads, as we discussed. So automation examples are the automated rate loading processes, where typically today you need to copy various data from between systems to make sure everything is set up correctly. Or automated invoice reconciliation, so that matching reservation data is compared with invoice data to detect discrepancies, for example. And the most important thing I think RPA is used for is just syncing data between various systems. And this ensures accuracy, saves time, and allows staff to focus on more important strategic work. On the other hand, AI focuses on driving efficiency and personalization. So some examples here are chatbots that can assist 24/7 in your guest communication, or some voice bots. And Sitegeist will show us some exciting examples of that. Dynamic pricing algorithms, as we discussed, where the pricing is continuously updated in real time, and also personalized marketing campaigns where the campaigns and the communication is really tailored to the guest preferences. So together, AI and automation are transforming hotel operations and making them more efficient and enhancing the guest experience. But what is actually the status quo of automation in the hospitality industry today? So while automation offers significant efficiency gains, many opportunities actually remain untapped. So one key finding from our global direct booking study from last year is that 4 in 10 hotel chains do not have a dedicated team or person responsible for regularly reviewing manual processes that could be automated. So 35% of hotel chains have no plans to implement such a role, meaning automation is not actively managed in many organizations. At the same time, hotels recognize that automation potential actually does exist. So on average, hotel chains have identified 6.6 manual tasks in the past year that could be automated, but are still being performed manually today. Interestingly, smaller and medium-sized chains tend to see more automation opportunities in comparison to larger chains, which maybe already have some more streamlined processes in place. Yeah, and that really highlights a gap. While hotels acknowledge the potential for automation, many lack a structured approach to identifying and implementing solutions. Without a clear automation strategy, valuable time and resources are lost to repetitive tasks. And where does the hospitality industry stand today in terms of AI adoption, the main topic for today? From our research, we can gather valuable insights into how AI is being used on hotel websites and booking engines today. So as we can see, while AI is a growing topic, its adoption in hospitality is still relatively low. So looking at the data, we see that AI is most commonly applied in yield management, with 37% of hotels using it for pricing optimization. Content creation is another area where AI is making an impact, with 31% of hotels leveraging it to automate text generation, translations, and personalized offers. AI-powered chatbots are also gaining traction, with 27% of hotels using them for guest inquiries and booking assistance. However, there are still many untapped opportunities. Personalized bookings, for example, are currently used by only 9% of hotels, but more than half, actually 51%, plan to implement it in the future. So this definitely suggests a major shift towards AI-driven guest experiences in the coming years. At the same time, areas like voice-activated services and AI-driven automation remain largely unexplored, with the majority of hotels having no concrete plans to actually implement them. So what this tells us is that while AI is becoming more relevant in the hospitality industry, its adoption is still in the early stages. So many hotels recognize the potential that AI has, but practical implementations remain a challenge. And I think that's the perfect handover to sitegeist, who will be showing us some exciting live examples of AI today. So with that, let me hand over to the sitegeist team.
Thank you, Christine. Yes. How to secure competitive advantages today. The good news is it's not very complicated. And the first thing, which is essential, do not cost money and do not cost time. Because our first hint is stop some things, stop focusing on what doesn't work yet, and stop looking for excuses. 28 years ago, I saw something, it was called internet, and I really thought in this internet cafe in New York, wow, this is so incredible. I think I had a feeling kind of this will change the world. And this became true. And the second time I had the same feeling was as I saw the presentation of the first iPhone. And yes, it became true as well. And the third time in my whole digital life, I had the same feeling 2 years ago when in November, ChatGPT has been presented. But to be honest, I'm absolutely sure that this development will have much more impact and will be much faster and will change the world much more than internet and mobile phones together. And if people are overwhelmed, I mean, I've made the same experiences in these other stages as well. Tourism is always very, very perfect in using this kind of new opportunities, but also they're very shy to try it. And I'm also here to convince you maybe a little bit to be a little bit braver and like a small wake-up call. So you can start with building knowledge and understanding AI. And it's not possible that you're the techie guy. It doesn't matter. Just to get a general idea how it works, what could be possible, and which is already production ready, which can be used already. And there are a lot of incredible things where you can't answer the question why you don't use it. There's so many incredible things already possible, and do not focus on what does not work and the excuses with data protection and all the German European laws. These are no excuses. For all of these kind of excuses, they are answers. It's possible to have an open source LLM, for example, from Matter. You can host it on your own computer, which do not even have to be connected with the internet. This is the safest test environment which you can have. It's safer than when you're writing your mails with a computer. So it's possible to start and to be a first mover and to have the biggest impact of all the other competitors. That means you should have started a long time ago. And maybe you say, I mean, we started already because we tried some small things out and we are using a little bit of ChatGPT. But do you have a plan how to roll it out for your customers? Do you have already reached your first real projects? How is your AI policy? And I hope that everybody who works with a computer in your company has the possibility to get a paid account from your company, because these 20 euro for a paid AI account, there is no job in your hospitality who works in an office where this is not a good investment. If you think maybe it's not a good investment, 20 bucks a month, then you didn't get it, what's possible. So let's dive into it. We will explain how. This is just a small overlook of some extracts of a brainstorming workshop from a real existing client, what can be possible in your special situation in hospitality. And there are so many things already possible that we have to focus on special things. Let's start with the king. Content is king. That means talking about content, not talking about text first, because text everybody tried out and improved, chatting a little bit with ChatGPT, sometimes getting clever answers, sometimes not. No, what we're selling are emotions. We have to create emotions to sell stuff. So that means it would be a good idea to have a lot of videos, because if there's a possibility to use video in marketing, that's a good idea. On television and the TV ads, I never see photo after text. They use video because it creates more emotion and it sells better. But most of the time on hotel websites, there are not so many videos. Why? High production cost. If the video is ready and you have a renovation of the wellness area, then the video is outdated. And oh my God, with a professional speaker, to pay all the cost for multilingual, it's time consuming and way too expensive. Good news are, this is not true any longer. I mean, just to give an example, what's possible where we are standing right now, I can show you a video, just a few sentences from me in German, and then a few sentences of my favorite language, second language, Dutch. Just a few sentences from me. Hallo, wake up.
Auch in deiner Branche sind noch alle Chancen da, zu den Early Adaptern zu gehören und sich wertvolle Wettbewerbsvorteile zu sichern. Voor ons is AI een essentieel onderdeel van ons werk en het is onmogelijk om de dagelijkse werkzaamheden van een bureau zonder AI voor te stellen.
To be
Yes,
honest, I can't.
to
To
and
be honest, I never said the sentences sitting in this chair. Our expert, Holger, came to me and said, we want to make an experiment. I would like to build an avatar, a video avatar of you, Sven. Can I do it? And I said, oh, okay, I'm interested. What do I have to do? And then, Holger?
it's no problem. And all I need for this is a 2-minute video of Sven. And I asked him to talk about anything he wanted and gave him rules to close his mouth after each sentence for 1 second and to look straight into the camera, not to move his hands, gesturing above his chest. And that's it. 2-minute video. That's all that I need to create a virtual avatar.
And I was really confused. I mean, after, I don't know, 90 seconds, 2 minutes, he went away with his camera and all this stuff. And I said, oh, that's it? Okay. And then he said, yeah, just send me an example text via mail. Okay. I sent him an example text via mail. And yeah, and then, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, I received the video you saw. And I never said the sentences. And it's possible to have this video, which we created first in German, in more than 100 different languages. And yeah, what could be a brainstorming session? Yeah, what you can use it for what? For doing what? So many examples. For examples, sometimes onboarding videos or training videos for special stuff for your special individual software. Can be not only with a book written in a PDF, could be also a video. It could be a video with somebody explaining it, and for all these 11 languages which are spoken in your company.
Anstatt Contents in komplexen Strukturbäumen zu suchen, können die Inhalte direkt über...
So, could be. Or another example, you can use it, this is one step further. Two months later, after we made this first experiment, there was a new functionality, mail merge function. That means that's not only possible, I write a text and my video avatar is acting the text like in a real video. No, this text can be like a mail merge in German Serienbrief with some variables. That means, dear Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, in the month of your stay in our whatever suite, just an example. In every language your guest is speaking. Oh, sorry, I was too fast. Come on, Portuguese. So, I'm too fast. Portuguese.
Caro Sr. Meyer, muito obrigado por escolher o nosso hotel. Estamos muito felizes em receber você e sua família em maio para a sua estadia de 7 dias em nossa suíte Júnior. Tudo já está preparado para garantir que você tenha uma experiência verdadeiramente relaxante e agradável.
Das ist doch mal eine nette Begrüßung. So, wofür kann ich das benutzen? Das kann ich benutzen in Newslettern. Das kann ich auf dem Welcome Screen benutzen. Das kann ich benutzen,
Sven, in English, please.
I'm sorry. Use cases. I can use it for my newsletter. So everyone gets a personalized video. I can use it in an offer. I mean, when I want to stay there for 2 weeks in a junior suite, and it comes not only with some letters and words and numbers, also with a personalized video, or I can use it in the welcome screen in my room, whatever. Let's do some brainstorming. But the main information is all this is possible, production ready right now. Or we say we don't have any videos. If you have some videos and you don't have it in all the languages, it's also very easy and not expensive to have a video in German or English and make some 12 more languages out of it. That's pretty fast. And if you say you don't have videos, you can turn it, Holger, what?
You can turn pictures into videos, and you can start it to have a look. And I hope everyone out there gets the idea. Take 6 of your best photos and turn each of them into a 5-second clip and combine them into a 30-second image video with AI-generated music and sound and voiceover from AI in 10 languages. And you can use this for social media, for your website, or for your welcome screen in your hotel lobby. That's all possible from photos. And you have photos, but no videos.
Yeah, yeah. The video on the right does not exist. It's just a photo, and just tell them what should happen on the small video. You can make a loop, for example, just a small movement into the room or something like that, like a to create an atmosphere. Not only to having a video would tell something, just to create an atmosphere that is just not. It's still photo. Somebody's moving and looking around, and this is so much on a higher level. And it's affordable and it's possible. And yeah, your competitors do not use it because they don't know. So, but what about language on your website? I don't know how many languages you have. I think if it would be for free or almost for free, you would have been using more languages. Yeah, also in text content. And the good news also here is it's possible. I mean, it's not such a big thing. And on the content management systems we are working with, we already created a combination that we made an integration in our CMSs integrating DeepL. That means I am producing a new German website, and at the same site, there's an automation that this German new website will be created in the other languages as well. And okay, there's a process that it's not going online automatically. I can make a quality check, but there is, after this first integration process, sometimes that's the bigger stuff, but then it will be automated in all the languages. And I think now we come to a really crucial point, because why do you need to spend so many money for these OTAs? Why do I book there and not on your fancy website? If I want to buy the fancy UniSuite, sometimes you only offer me 2 very fancy photos, but I have no idea how it really looks like. And sometimes Booking has 20 photos. And if I'm speaking Croatian or Greece, they will have every detail in my language. So, and that's possible. Start reclaiming territory from the OTAs. If you are a first mover, you can be the first who have the same possibility, and I do not have to switch to the OTA to get the informations in my native language. I think that's a good argument. Looking at some trends this year, already started last year, but became productive and live this year. We're talking about AI agents. What we're not talking about, what could be interesting as well, is some agents, they really do stuff, as I explained before. They can do everything what you can do with your keyboard and with your mouse. And it's already possible to book tables and stuff like that. But this is maybe some month later, but which is already creating a lot of value is this year, the different deep research functionalities on the different LLM models. We have here the example from OpenAI. The AI can do the pro search for you, for all your employees, and all the companies which are looking for the next conference event from your My Services, or all the guests later in this year will use these kind of functionalities. Just an example, if you ever have an issue, find a conference hotel between Hamburg and Bremen and have some special requirements. So, and I don't want to Google it, I don't have time. I want that my deep research functionality in OpenAI, please do this while I'm having lunch. So I asked them this. Interesting is then very often he comes back with some more specific questions. I need a budget range, preferred hotel category. Okay, that's fair, good questions. And when I answer this, then he starts to do a research. And it's just not this normal stuff. You have a typing in your prompt and then you get an answer after seconds. No, he's really thinking about it. And it's deeper than these reasoning models. It's research mode. That's reasoning model on steroids. And for example, this research needed 6 minutes and he checked 30 sources. So, and it's an alpha and it's already so incredibly useful, and it's alpha, it's not even beta status. And alpha, you see, then when it's an alpha status, he's always mixing German with English. But he's really telling you what I'm thinking about doing this and that, and I will have to look for pages where they offer general MICE options for conferences and then specific hotels. I'm going on the website, considering this, comparing that, and so on. And finally, he really used 30 sources and good ideas. He looked whether there are bigger events in this time period in Bremen or in Hamburg. And then he found out in Bremen there are some more events, like a jazz festival and so on, and maybe it's a little bit crowded. And so this, I didn't tell him nothing about it. This is part of his research. And the result finally is the text result with a lot of details. You could tell him, give me 20 pages and all the informations. And then I asked him, okay, I have 2 favorites, one in Bremen, one in Hamburg, and give me all the categories compared. And then, okay, there's a comparison and all the stuff. And each detailed comes together with a deep link to this direct information, whether I want to prove it, whether it's right or not, or where I can dive deeper in to make some more research for myself. This is so incredible, useful for everything. You have an agent, he can do everything for you. It's really a habit of mine. When I'm going to lunch, I ask myself always, what kind of question can I ask him? So, or her, sorry. It's really incredible. And then we made some tests. Maybe I'm a hotel chain and we want to make a pitch for a relaunch. I want to invite 3 agencies. These are my requirements. Which agency you would suggest? And some requirements, he said, yeah, one of them is sitegeist. And I thought, what an intelligent software. And sometimes he doesn't mention our name. And then I begin to think, okay, how can I be part of the research results? And this is maybe the final thing from this first part. It's very important for you to be on the top pages for the Google searches. So you're doing search engine optimization. But in the near future, it will also be very important to be on the top on the generative engine optimization. What do I have to do to be suggested in all these deep research results? And yeah, let's talk about your agency about it, because now you can gain early adapter advantages, which are much, much more expensive if you try to catch up when the others are instead. You have the possibility to be a first mover, to be an innovator, and the chances to get advantages regards to competitors are very, very big. You have to do the right first steps and to be curious and innovative.
Okay, great. Thank you, sitegeist team. That was very exciting. And so let's shift our focus to the hotel IT landscape now. And so, as you know, hospitality technology consists of many interconnected systems, from booking channels to property management systems and revenue optimization and so on. And while these systems are designed to work together, one of the industry's biggest challenges remains ensuring seamless communication and data flow. And we always highlight this during our studies. And this is where AI can make a significant impact. One of its greatest strengths, we believe, is the ability to analyze data across multiple systems. So hotels generate vast amounts of information, from guest preferences and booking trends to pricing and operational performance, and AI connects these data points, identifies patterns, and provides actionable insights that help hotels to make smarter and faster decisions. And AI is also transforming automation. Many hotel processes, such as rate loading, for instance, reservation confirmations, responding to common guest inquiries, are still performed manually. AI-powered automation streamlines these tasks, increasing efficiency while reducing errors and operational costs. And another key advantage of AI is its ability to enable personalization at scale. Instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, AI allows for tailored marketing campaigns, customized booking experiences, and dynamic pricing that adapts to individual guest preferences. This leads to more meaningful guest interactions, higher engagement, and of course, increased conversion rates. But how does AI fit into system integrations? And now we are looking at this chart here. Data from H2c's global direct booking study compares the level of integration between IBE's, internet booking engines, and key hotel systems in 2024 versus a study we conducted in 2020. And the good news is that we have seen strong progress in PMS integrations, with almost 80% now well integrated, up from 66 in 2020. This means that more hotels can seamlessly connect their booking engines with their core operational system. However, the CRS, the Central Reservation System integration, has declined over the past 4 years, which could indicate growing complexity in system landscapes or a lack of investment in improving connectivity. Meanwhile, CRM and loyalty program integrations have significantly improved, reinforcing the industry's focus on guest personalization and engagement. And coming back to AI can enhance system integration in several ways. So first, automating data transfer and validation. Second, enhancing decision-making across platforms. And third, intelligent automation. So for example, AI triggers automated workflows, etc. And looking ahead, as AI becomes more embedded in hotel tech stacks, we expect to see more intelligent self-learning integrations. AI will help bridge system gaps, reduce the need for manual intervention, and enhance the efficiency of data-driven decision-making. And now, let me hand over to Christine for some more insights on do-it-yourself versus advanced solutions.
Okay, great. Yeah, we've already seen some examples from Sitegeist, but I just wanted to really differentiate them into the three main approaches that you can take as a hotel with regards to AI. So do-it-your-own solutions that are the ones that can be quickly adopted, can be done by yourself if you're a more IT-focused or tech-focused person. You can also use vendor-provided AI tools that are ready-made, or you can, of course, use external support for custom development, like we've seen some of the examples from Sitegeist. So on the DIY side, there are many practical tools available today that don't really require coding or complex setups. I mean, the large language models like ChatGPT, Gemini, or Copilot can already assist you today with content creation, data analysis, and drafting some guest communication templates, for example. However, additionally, you can also use no-code automation platforms like Make.com or Zapier to enable the automated workflows between different systems without actually the need for a developer, so that you can actually streamline repetitive tasks. So both AI and automation are possible to do today by yourself. As Sven mentioned, ChatGPT or so, probably most of you have already played around with it, but really taking the time to prepare templates, to use it for your website, for your campaigns, is really crucial to start out and get a feel of the systems and what they can do. And then, the next step is then the vendor-provided AI solutions where it's already ready-made. So many hospitality tech vendors are now embedding AI into their existing solutions, or they offer standalone AI-powered modules that can be implemented by the hotels. So for example, if we see from PMS, CRS providers, but also other providers that are integrating AI specifically for the help module and the help tools in their backend to have better or provide better support and help guidelines for hotels using the systems. And then on the other hand, we have vendors that are developing AI chatbots or voice assistants that can really help you to enhance your guest interactions. And with those solutions, they really offer a good middle ground, so hotels can leverage AI without building something from scratch. For a more complex AI implementation, external support is often required. And if you want to do something fancy, like we've seen from sitegeist, which is some of those things, of course, I want to mention here, are also possible to be done by your team as well. You just need to give them some time to figure that out and take some time to actually build that out. But custom AI solutions can also be supported by external companies and can be built to address specific needs that you have in your company. For example, building out a complex AI-driven guest experience platform, or some of the videos and so on that we've seen from sitegeist. Another example would be a custom chatbot, which I think sitegeist will be showing us in a minute as well. Another key area for custom development is RPA, robotic process automation, that we discussed in the beginning. As we said, it's a tool that can really automate repetitive tasks and free up your time to really focus on other things that are more important. So the important thing to remember is that AI adoption doesn't have to be a major investment from day one. There's free tools out there. However, here we want to caution, don't input too much data that is private. Really just use it for some testing. Hotels, you can really start with simple DIY tools for some quick wins, and then leverage AI-provided solutions. And if you really want to stand out and offer some unique sales opportunities, then you can focus on more advanced AI-driven automation to really stand out from the crowd. But of course, this wouldn't be or couldn't be a webinar without also mentioning some of the key considerations that should be done before implementing AI. So there are several key factors hotels need to consider to ensure a smooth and effective adoption. So AI offers powerful capabilities, but without the right foundation, its impact can really be limited. So first, data quality and system connectivity are critical. So AI relies on accurate real-time data, but if your systems don't communicate properly, the data is really incomplete. So AI-driven decisions may be unreliable if the data is not correct. So ensuring a seamless integration is really a must. Second, the privacy is a major concern, of course. So I'm sure everyone knows, but just to state that here once again, guest data should never be uploaded on public AI models that share information openly. Instead, use privately hosted large language models, like Sven mentioned before, to really ensure that your guest data remains secure and fully controlled. And next, the integration complexities and costs can also vary significantly. So while some AI tools are plug and play, more advanced solutions require technical expertise and ongoing maintenance. So hidden costs can also arise. So be aware of that. Beyond the technical side, there's also the importance to focus on staff training and adoption. So really allow the hotels and your staff to use AI in their daily work. You want to start now, because you don't want to be lagging behind everyone else. And the employees need to start trusting the recommendations that the AI is providing them and feel more confident into integrating it into their daily workflows. So it's best to start as early as possible. Another important factor is the scalability and future-proofing. So AI should not be seen as a short-term fix, but really as part of a long-term strategy. So you should really invest in solutions that can really help evolve your business. And last but not least, what we want to mention here is the AI transparency and explainability. So many AI-driven systems, especially in revenue management and personalization, they start making automated decisions. But how can we ensure that these decisions really make sense and that you can really trust those decisions that are made? So hotels also need to understand and receive visibility into the AI decision-making models so that that trust can be earned. Yeah, so by addressing these key considerations from the start, hotels can really maximize the value of AI and minimize the risks. Okay, just wanted to drop in here also a comment that we received on the chat from Nicola. He's saying, great to see RPA compared to AI. RPA is really great to automate a lot of things for reservations. Absolutely, couldn't agree more. RPA can really help you automate some of the processes that the hotels are struggling to do manually today. Okay, and with that, we will hand over to Sitegeist once again for the last part of our session, which is a case study spotlight on some success stories. So excited to learn more now.
Okay, thank you very much, Christine. Our topic is a virtual assistant. It's not a traditional chatbot. Maybe some of you have these chatbots where we have some areas, order statistic, cancel order, and so on. And you click on it, and then you get some more areas. And yeah, it's a decision tree based stuff. And to be honest, it does not help very often. The normal answer is here provided. I'm sorry, I don't understand your request. Please call us or contact our support team via email and stuff like that. It pretends to be a chatbot, but it's not so valuable. Better than nothing, but no. And this is a problem with the design of AI chatbots or the name. And yeah, we're talking not about these old school chatbots. We're talking about real AI chatbots, or call it virtual assistants. Call them however you like. We have a lot of clients in the tourism and hospitality industry, and some of them, not all, some of them are very innovative. And I don't think that's a coincidence that, these are the most successful ones. We're working, for example, for the DSR group. They have different hotel chains, for example, the Aya hotels, and they are very innovative. They started a test minimal value project together with us. Would it be possible, would it be useful to implement a real AI agent bot on our website? Because hotline is a problem. Do they have enough staff for all the hotline days and times during the day? No, it's a problem to get the real persons. And so this would help a lot. Maybe just a normal question. I'm looking for a double room for 2 nights over a long weekend in Travemünde, Germany in March. What is the cheapest option? This question will never be asked correctly from one of these normal old school web. And it's an interesting question because long weekend in March, there are 5 weekends in March, and long weekend can start on Friday with 2 nights or can start on Saturday. That means 10 dates, 10 possibilities to check to find out what is the cheapest option. Yes, it takes some seconds longer if you ask this question at this chatbot, which we built for DSR for the Aya, but it's called Frag Ayana, Ask Ayana, little word play. And here's the question, and here's the results. I'm looking, okay, wait a little bit. And then he finds out for me, he's checking very fast, compared to do it manually, all the 10 different options, and gives me the cheapest possibility. And if I scroll down, I can see a concrete offer with the cheapest option, which is also available. And he also gives me some photos from these specific room category. That means it's much faster than doing it myself. The thing with the photo is better than calling the hotline, because when I'm getting the answer on the phone, I do not have at the same time a picture of what we're talking about. This has a lot of advantages, and it works 24 hours, 7 days, 30 requests at the same time. In this categories, it beats all normal hotlines. And if I go to the button, that's an interesting offer for me, then I jump directly deep in booking step number 4. So that means it's a really deep link with all the provided information. That means this chatbot is not just a normal chatbot. There has to be a specialized programmed API for these special needs from them for the IBA. But it really works very good, and it solves a lot of other questions as well. Some of the suggestions, what special things could be maybe solved better with these kind of chatbot than do it in myself at the website or calling the hotline. Some of the best ideas came from chatting with the chatbot itself. And he says, yeah, normally availability possibilities, if I have a wheelchair, stuff like that, normally it's not offered in the normal front end of the booking website because it distracts the main user and they have to call. No, they don't have to call. They can ask it here and they can get an answer on the website the first time in their life, and they jump also direct in the 4th booking step. And a lot of other special things which are normally not offered on the website, for example, special rates for long-term stay or stuff like that, could be implemented as well, but only on request, as I would ask it at the reception or at the hotline. And yeah, the question is, was it successful? They are innovative, they test stuff, some things work, some not, and so they can find out and be on top against the other competitors. It was a test project, but the answer is, of course, otherwise I wouldn't show it. It was successful. We already rolled out the second hotel chain from then, Arosa, maybe you know, and other additional features and more rollouts are already planned. And yeah, because the advantages are much better than some things which do not work exactly as if I call at the hotline or using the website. And yeah, it was a real success story for them, and they are pretty happy to have it as the first chain in Germany at least. And we are already working on other innovative AI stuff which could help a lot. But coming from this use case as an avatar, and this is an example, okay, I have to program the API and maybe it could take a little bit longer, but saves on the midterm a lot of money for them. But there are also very low-level cases regarding the topic chat bot or whatever. Just another example, please, you can use your intranet can be available on your phone. Holger.
Yes. For example, if my child is sick and I don't know what to do, and so you can ask the chatbot via your iPhone, and it will give you the answer right from the intranet and at any time and in any language. And even if your knowledge in your internet is not, it's not in multilingual, it's only one language. The answer can also be in any language you speak and you ask him. Well, that's a great service, and we also use this service in our agency. We have many rules how to track your time you're doing, and also if my child is ill, we use this service also in our agency, and it's very helpful for all the employees. Great service.
Thank you. And it is one of the starting cases because you have a good cost and investment relation between, because there are really core data protection issues regarding an intranet, but you can cope with it, you can find a solution for it, but then it's not such a big project and has a huge advantage for your employees. And even if your intranet is only in German or only in English, if they ask in Greek, Croatian, or whatever, the answer will be absolutely correct in the language they will ask. And yeah, this is really an interesting advantage for that. And of course, we didn't have this photo, and we just asked the AI to create this photo, but maybe this you are using already. To put it in one sentence, we have to push our clients very often. We say, we don't allow you to do it at the next Q3 or whatever. No, we really push our clients, please do this. If you're a decision person and responsible for some interesting stuff in your hotel chain company, if you don't use at least one day a week, starting to understand and to figure out what are your advantages in AI, then it's absolutely clear you didn't get it where we are right now already and what's possible. And if you have doubts, then call us, call your consultant, call h2c, but you will be grateful afterwards. After every week, you have been pushed earlier to dive really, really deep into AI. This is our last sentence. Yeah, thank you very much for your attention. If you have some questions, we can make connection in LinkedIn or whatever, or look in on our websites. And I think now we have some minutes left for Q&A, and we won't leave after 11. Maybe you have some minutes.
Exactly. Yeah. So we want to open up the session, or basically, if you have a comment, feel free, or question, feel free to drop it in the LinkedIn chat, and we'll get back to you, or we will be able to answer those questions. Maybe in the meantime, while we wait for you to drop in your questions in the chat box, just wanted to also provide a quick shout out again about our upcoming 2025 study. As Michaela mentioned already in the beginning, in 2025, we are going to be diving deeper into AI and automation. So understanding how these hotel technologies are shaping hotel operations, guest experience, and business strategies, and what really the usage is across the different hotels and hotel chains. So yeah, our goal is to provide hoteliers with actionable insights on where AI and automation are making the biggest impact, where the industry is heading, and what key opportunities and challenges are there moving forward. So if you're a hotel chain, we'd love for you to be part of the study. So you can sign up to our newsletter on the website to be informed about the release of our questionnaire. And we've already posted the link in the chat here as well for you. So make sure to sign up to the newsletters. And yeah, for the vendors maybe listening in, if you're interested to being a part of such a study, then feel free to reach out as well. So excited to continue exploring the space, and we'll hope you join us on this journey. Okay, so now moving back, we also have one question. The question is from Emilia. What are some practical steps we can take for generative engine optimization? Sven, what you mentioned before. So I'll hand over to you. Any comments?
Thank you very much for this question. It's not so easy to answer it in 1 minute. One good news, which do not mean you can lean back, but one good news is if you're already really good in search engine optimization, there is a good overlapping in both, but there are some things which became the meaning became bigger on some parts of search engine optimization. For example, the structure of the sites that gives machines the ability to read the content without all these styling, coding information. This is much more important. The search engines, they are much better in finding ways to get the information, whether they are hidden in some fancy design. But if you have the same information what the users are reading on the website, to give them a very clear, structured information on other ways for machines as well. This is much more important than it is for search engines, for example, because they are getting more used to these problems and there are already solutions. And this topic is absolutely new. And so this is also not a focus on these search engine, on these chatbots. And so if you have some weak points in this topic, for example, that your content is not so good readable for machines, then the disadvantage will be for chatbots much bigger than they are for search engines. For example, this is one of many things. And maybe a second tip is create a real reach out, links, important links from other sites. These are a kind of comeback. This is a thing which have been very important in SEO years ago. It's also important right now, but the importance is lowering every year. But this is actually, as we found out, one of the signals which work very good for these kind of things. So be aware that you're listed on every list where a general listing about your branch or whatever is. This becomes more and more important. And and then make a deep dive in. There are a lot of things, but these are two main things which we normally start with to analyze.
Cool. Very interesting. Thanks, Sven. Okay, perfect. There aren't any further questions. So, of course, if you're watching this later, then feel free to just post a question in the chat whenever you're viewing this video, and we'll get back to you. Or feel free to reach out to one of us to clarify the question directly. So thank you once again to the sitegeist team for being here today. For taking the time to really reviewing and sharing all the information. And thank you to everyone that is also watching online. We look forward to staying in touch. And thank you once again for being here today. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.